And we're live.
All right, perfect. That's like a good window of ambience so we can
Sounds
noise cancel it in post.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the JH Show. Today, it's Jordan, Cohen, and I. I don't know if Chase will be here. We'll find out. He'll probably message the group chat and be like, what time is it? Bro.
I mean, no,
Bro.
it's whatever. Like
It's the same time every Tuesday. It hasn't changed it until we changed the time. It has not changed once. 6 o'clock every Tuesday. Anyway, today
he has an excuse for D&D because it's at a different time every week.
Yeah,
And
but
a
this
different day,
same thing every week.
Yeah.
So, what?
Sorry, I'm tweeting the.
Oh, okay.
The stuff.
I thought you were
Continue.
messaging him.
Nope. I can if you want.
No, it's fine.
All right.
We'll just see if he shows up. So last week we had your sister on the show.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was a good time.
Listened to it again. It was pretty good. Yeah. Good level. Like everything was leveled really well. Cohen came in clear. Like everything was just good. It was a good episode. Let's see. I'm trying to think of okay. Let's talk about the game I just bought.
What did you just buy?
It's on my PlayStation. It won't come out till April 26th.
Oh yeah, you pre-ordered.
And
I forgot about that.
I gotta pull it up because I forget the name of it. It's
what is it? Undying Light?
No, that's way off. That's
I don't
game
know.
that's already out. But yeah.
No, you're thinking of Dying Light.
Dying Light. Yeah. No.
Until
Until Dawn.
account. Until no.
That Dawn's out too.
Until Dawn's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's a different game.
I get this mixed up with Until Dawn, but it's based on a like you're a motorcycle rider in an apocalypse basically, but it's styled in like hordes. Like you have to go hunt down nests and take all these hundreds of zombies out. So let me pull it up. This is the the second game I've ever pre-ordered. The first one was Call of Duty World War II. And my hope with this is that I will be able to jump on the train of this game, kind of get the YouTube channel up again because we were pretty popular for a bit because of World War II.
Call of Duty World War II.
Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, I remember that. It was weird.
Yeah. Why can't I find you?
Not because of the actual World War II.
Oh no. Completely insignificant.
We
Didn't happen.
Yeah, no.
Not even real.
It's just a Call of Duty game.
Right?
Where is it? I don't know where it is. There, going to my accent again. I'll just
when you get frustrated, you just turn Irish.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know where it is. God damn it! What the fuck is going on? Anyway,
what did you even say?
What?
Like that? Yeah, that was like the prime example of people that tweet about going to the UK not being able to understand people, or Americans, specifically Americans going to the UK, not being able to understand them.
All right, I'll just Google games in 2019.
Right, April game releases.
Where is it? Video game release dates. I don't know. Anyway, so it's basically in the game you have to take out hordes of these zombies, and you're on a motorcycle, and you have to constantly repair.
Is it Days Gone?
Maybe.
I think that's what it's called.
Because you have to constantly repair your motorcycle, and so what? World War Z is a video game? Okay.
Yeah, they're turning it into a video game.
Sweet. Did not know that. I liked the movie. The movie
I haven't
was
seen it.
It was good. Where is? It might be. Why can't I think of the name of it?
Yeah, it's Days Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the same release day. Yeah, it's Days Gone. That's what it's called.
Okay. All right.
Dude on a motorcycle fighting hordes of zombies.
So I'm excited. We'll see where it goes. I don't know how well.
Yeah, I had a roommate who show me like the early in-game footage of this a year ago, and it looked pretty cool. He was like super stoked for
There are
it.
a lot of people that there are a lot of people that are mad that they haven't released it, and they've released game footage of it, and it's like, yeah, I know they announced that it was going to be released, but for a good game, it's
Right,
going to
do you
take
want a good
while.
game
Do
or
you want a
not?
good game? Yeah.
That's
So
the argument I would tell people if people brought this to my face. Be like, do you want a good game or not?
right, and so
Like, you can complain when it comes out and it's bad.
yeah,
That's fine. Like, No Man's Sky was bad when it came out, and now it's not
right.
because they've worked on it for like a year, and now it's
Yeah, no,
it's not bad anymore. Most of the reason it was bad, quote, it was because it didn't have like proper multiplayer, and also bugs.
yeah.
But like a year later, it's not a bad game anymore. But a lot of people still don't want to play it for just because of bad taste. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah. My point is, you can complain about it if it comes out and it's bad.
yeah.
But until then, just patience, young Padawan.
God. So Cohen's been playing Uncharted 4. One of probably my favorite. It's a toss up between the first one and the fourth one, but by far the fourth is my favorite right now. I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
have to go back and play the first one. But
I don't know. For me, it's between the fourth one and the second one.
Yeah.
I really like the gameplay of the third one, though, just because it's.
yeah, that's
takes
the one
place
you grew
there.
up with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I had when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, I enjoy 4 a lot. So, excuse me. The main topic for today is what? Okay, so my boss was like, "Hey, it's time to be a man," and I laughed. I was like, "What?" And then I thought, okay, what? At what point in your life, or what defines you as a man? Like, how do you know I'm a man now? Like. What defines a man is the really. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not a man yet. I do not consider myself a man yet.
No,
Yeah, no, I'm such a child. Like, I do dumb, childish things all the time. I don't know. Like, for me, a man has a full beard. Like, that's a man. Like,
Chance.
kind of. Chance is still a kid though, because he's not 18 yet.
Well,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
18.
he is.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
yeah, he's the same birthday as Chase.
Oh, right. Duh. All right. Okay. But I think like this is where the discussion comes in. What defines a man? How do you know you're a man? Do you start paying bills? Do you own your own place? Do what are the
No.
factors?
I
that-
think everyone should decide for themselves when they especially like in the context of not being a child anymore.
right.
I feel like people shouldn't have to listen to someone else tell them where that landmark or where that boundary crossing is. I think they should decide that for themselves
Okay.
rather than being like, oh, it's this, or oh, it's clearly this. No, I think it's dependent on the person and where they think they are in their life as far as maturity.
right. Do you consider yourself a man, Cohen?
Nah, I still feel like I'm 16.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Still living that 16-year-old dream.
Yeah.
I think like the point of, for me, I think it's 21 is like, all right, I can be called a man, but I still have that kid mentality every now and then. But at that point, after you're 21 and you're, my opinion, yeah, 18's legally an adult, but in my opinion, 21 should be an adult. That's, because that's when you're doing adult thing. Like, you can do most adult things. So,
Except for rent a car.
except for rent a car, which is 25, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's weird to think about. Like, I do manly things, but I don't consider myself a full, like.
I think I can't say like at one point you turn into a man, but one of the first steps in doing so is the first time you have to shave.
Yeah.
That was
Honestly.
many years ago.
Right?
Yeah,
Either way,
Some of
it's
us.
it's
For
it's
some of us.
it's a required stepping stone, unless you have like a weird set of genes where you don't need to, or you
Yeah,
just don't ever
well-
shave your beard.
Yeah. No.
I know some people like that.
Yeah. Chance.
like literally don't ever.
No, like I like to keep my. Let's move on to beards. Let's do this.
I mean, okay.
I like to keep trimmed, but every now and then I'll just let it go, and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, "What are you doing? Who are you?"
This is a lot more than I usually like to have, but
Yeah.
I just haven't shaved in a while because I didn't want to really.
Yeah, I remember there was one time Cohen was looking like the singer from Godsmack. He had the mutton chops.
Oh yeah, dude.
I remember that.
Yeah, those were thick, boy. Yeah.
How long ago was that? I would have been
like
like
your sophomore
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Man, those were great times. But like I want to grow a full beard, but I don't at the same time because I like the goatee, mustache, like a Tony Stark look. You know,
Mhm.
that is like the amount of facial hair like. That's what I would like to look like.
Rather than like Captain America in Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah. No, I prefer just nice little goatee. What do you call it? I don't know. That's just the style, the
Yeah.
Tony Stark style. That's what I would like to look like. If you could, of course, Jordan. I don't know if you're fond of facial hair, but if you
I'm
could,
not, so that's why I don't.
if you could, what style of facial
I
hair?
have no idea. Like I have. It's to the point where I don't care, and I haven't thought about it.
That's
I can tell you what I wouldn't want, and that's most of them.
most of
Like I have narrowed down what I don't want. Like I don't want just a mustache because that's weird.
right.
And
Yeah.
I don't think I could pull it off without looking like a pedophile.
Yeah. No one.
Some people can.
Well, some people can. I mean, it depends on how thick it is, how
Right,
wide
yeah.
it is.
Like freaking that guy from Parks and Rec that I forget his name.
Yeah.
Like someone like he can pull that off fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I don't want like just a mustache. I don't think I want just a beard. I don't know. There's a lot I don't want about facial hair that I just don't want it.
It's weird. Like I don't ever really see anyone with just a beard. That's odd
It is a little weird.
because they usually have other facial hair, mustache to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
But just a beard, like I'm imagining that. And it's
I mean,
creepy.
just imagine anybody with a neck beard.
Well,
Yeah.
and just a beard. My band teacher has that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he just shaves
Yeah.
his mustache.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good example. And I can see that now, but
Mhm.
it's still weird to me now that I think about it. I'm like, I've never really noticed that. I prefer just like my look right now is the goatee and the mustache. That's what I'm rocking. So
It works for you
it works.
until a girl tells you otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I'm staying single. So there you go.
Stay single for the beard.
Yep. Do it for the beard.
God.
As Gimli would say, not the beard. Oh, that's such a good movie. The beards in that movie. My
Speaking of
goodness.
movies, shall we talk about Crimes of Grindelwald?
Okay, yeah,
Since we saw it,
What is that?
it's the second Fantastic Beasts movie.
What is
Okay, so Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a textbook in the Harry Potter universe written by this guy named Newt Scamander. And so J.K. Rowling decided to make a movie series out of his misadventures that were never written about. The first movie came out a couple years ago, and the second one came out like last year in theaters, just got released on DVD and Blu-ray. And it's about Newt Scamander on some escapades in places. The first movie was set completely in 1920s New York, and in the second one they went to
Parts
most of it was in
America,
France. Most
yeah,
of it was in France.
and-
All right, so it's basically like a Harry Potter spin-off kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's kind of like a prequel series because it all happens before the events of Harry Potter,
Yeah,
and involves like the main bad wizard of that time period, who is called Grindelwald, or Grindelwald if you're German.
yeah.
But yeah, we saw that movie.
Yeah.
Didn't can I speak for both of us? We didn't really like the ending.
I hated the ending. I thought it was retarded. They're gonna make a trilogy out of it.
Well, yeah, we've
I
expected
hope
that.
they leave it at a trilogy. Don't turn
Probably.
it into a 7. Do
No,
not
it's
cheese it out.
No, I was. I made that comment when we were done
Yeah,
as a joke, mostly as a joke, because that became 8 movies now that I think about it. But
yeah.
But like, no, it's gonna be a trilogy.
Yeah. But the ending was so dumb. Why? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
just why is the main question.
It's not. I don't know.
It's a weird plot twist.
And I've never read the book either. Isn't it? There is a book, right?
No,
Or
it's
is it?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a textbook in the Harry Potter universe.
Okay, so it is a book, though.
Yeah, but it's a textbook.
Okay, no, that's.
You can buy the textbook.
Yeah, that's.
And it will tell you about fake creatures in a fake world.
Because our friend Sarah, Sarah had a copy of it, and I thought it was an actual another Harry Potter book.
No,
But
it's a textbook.
cool. Anyway, yeah, it'll be. I don't know. We'll see.
Plus, what did you think of? I don't know. We're not going to spoil it, just because I don't want to spoil it for Cohen. But in the event that you decide to watch these movies, but what did you think about that main character like totally switching sides at the end? Did you think that was good, like right for her character?
Her? Yeah. No, it threw me off.
Yeah, it weirded me out.
I was confused. I didn't know what to really think about it. And I was kind of upset, to be honest. I was like, really? You're going to throw that one at us? All right. Sure. She's going to die. Okay. I'm prepping myself for
yeah, she might die.
Everyone.
About it.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone. Maybe her.
Like everyone
and I'd be
on
okay
her
with
side,
that.
though. On Grindelwald's side.
Kind of. Grindelwald ends up being imprisoned. I mean, that's like they mentioned that in the main books.
But...
Well, yeah, but like that's where his story ends.
Oh,
because they go and find him at the Harry Potter books at one point because he had the other wand.
Yeah,
and they're like, I don't have it anymore. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
as like an old dude.
Yeah.
The Mogul character Jacob is still my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah, I love that dude.
He is funny.
He
adds
great.
comedy to this shit, and
like
Newt's why do I always forget the name of that creature? The one that always steals jewelry.
Oh, the Niffler.
Niffler is hilarious. That thing is awesome because I was kind of mad when I first watched the movie. I was like, I hate that thing, but after I kept watching it, I was like, that thing is hilarious. Keep stealing things just because you can. Why not?
It's a rogue.
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's funny. I don't know. There were some cool creatures in the movie. The really cool creatures. I don't know. There's some cute scenes in there too. It was a decent movie. I gave it a 5 just because it was the ending that killed it. I didn't like the ending at all. So yeah, that's what killed it for me. But what was your overall on that
I think
one?
I gave it a 6. It was like there are parts of it that are good. Like the acting's good. The story isn't terrible.
Yeah.
The CGI is good. I know there are good moments, but just the ending, man.
The ending, it killed it.
And I don't know. I haven't been impressed with the music in Harry Potter related films since Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah. I was
when I just stopped caring.
The music
and when it no longer impressed me.
Sucked.
Well, because John Williams stopped composing it after the second one, and but like it still like tried to be unique in the third and fourth one, and then by the fifth one, they had hired a set people to finish the series, and I didn't like the composer they hired.
Careful banging your cup, by the way.
Yeah. Is it showing up? Is it just going boom, boom, boom?
Yeah, don't do that.
Apologies, listeners.
Well, and it doesn't help that Chase's mic is sitting on the table, so.
Oh. Yeah, that's on me. Sorry.
Okay. But no, overall, movie was okay, but the ending sucked. So, then we watched another movie that night called Mortal Engines.
Backtrack. My parents bought Grindelwald on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
And the other day, I think Sunday, I saw that it was sitting on the TV thing because they just bought it, and I picked it up and told my mom, I was like, I hated this, and she goes, no. I was like, yeah, you're gonna hate it too, I promise.
I
blew out the audio, but you get the point.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
I kind of hope that my mom doesn't like 180 me on that.
Oh,
on
yeah.
like my opinion of it.
And just be like,
I'm gonna be like,
I love it.
right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
question reality so hard when my mom like has different opinions of Harry Potter than I do.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyways, Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines is the other one we watched.
Was it hyped?
No, not really.
No.
No.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of hype, but that doesn't mean it wasn't hyped.
Yeah. No, as far as I know, it really wasn't. It was one of those movies that I was like, "Oh, that looks cool." I didn't get
Well,
the concept of the movie. I only watched one trailer,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought I want to watch it. We'll see what it's like. And I didn't know. I just knew it was from the creators of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
so
a lot
I
of
thought,
the people that worked on Lord of the Rings.
I thought, you know what, this might be
Wrote that
good
movie.
because I loved Lord of the Rings. Well,
Well-
they should stick to the Lord of the Rings because they sucked at this one.
I mean, Lord of the Rings came from a really good series of books.
Right.
Having
Well,
those same people write an original. Well, no, that one's based on off of a book too.
yeah. But I don't know. And Peter Jackson wasn't in charge of it. Like he was.
No, he wasn't
edition.
directing it.
He was not.
He was
directing
writing it. I think. I think
Yeah.
he wrote it and produced it.
He helped produce it.
Like him and two other people wrote and produced it.
Yeah.
And some other guy directed it.
So it was okay. I did like.
It didn't have that much hype. It lived up to the hype it built.
Yeah, pretty much. The storyline was okay.
Yeah. It
The
was just okay.
yeah.
Really.
The actors they only had one good actor.
Who was the good actor? Was it the chick?
Hugo.
Oh, the
Hugo.
the main bad dude.
Yep. And
I don't know. I liked that spunky redhead chick that was
Oh,
like in the
yeah.
barely in the beginning of the movie,
yeah,
and the London Museum
yeah, she was
for the two.
interesting. The like cameo basically. She
Well,
wasn't even-
what I liked was like I liked her. I liked the like the on screen charisma she had with like who I assumed was a higher up at the museum,
yeah,
like that black dude
yeah,
with the glasses.
Yep.
Like I liked the charisma those two had, and then like she never was in the rest
Yeah,
of the movie. I
no.
was like, why would you set that up?
yeah.
I don't get it.
Why not?
I don't get it.
Why not?
But why? If it's not important, why do you mention it?
I don't know. Anyway, that was an interesting movie.
What would you say makes a good villain?
A good,
good
villain.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, it's a plot twist, a total plot twist. So it seems like and for me, it's usually a masked villain that you have no idea. You know that, I don't know why that it fits really good because if you take a masked villain and then a plot twist in the movie where out of nowhere, like you like the good guys sneak into the bad guy's house and like catch him off guard and he doesn't have his mask on or something and it's someone you totally don't expect that out of nowhere you wouldn't you see him on the street you wouldn't think he's a bad guy. The reason I like it that way so much is because it's realistic. Like it's usually someone you don't even expect that is doing the worst things. So I think that's what in my opinion would make a good villain. So
See, I don't think it has anything to do with plot twists. I think a good villain is a character who has very clear motives as to why they are the villain, and whether or not they know they're the villain is important. Sort of like, and how they relate to their heroes and how that's portrayed, and like here's an example of two villains in different it's one's a live action movie and one's a TV series, but this is sort of how I'm comparing it. Is the villain in the Aragon movie and the villain in Avatar: The Last Airbender. So right off the bat, the villain is given either a name or a face or both.
right.
Would you consider in that movie Galbatorix to be a good villain, or even Durza?
I mean, it's a villain.
Yeah, but Galbatorix spends the whole movie sitting in his chair.
Well, he does. I don't know. That's another type of villain, though. That's somebody that has people do biddings for him.
The Fire Lord in Avatar: The Last Airbender spends most of the series basically sitting in a chair.
Right. Yeah.
But was he still frightening at the end of the series? Absolutely.
Yeah.
When he finally got up and started incinerating the world.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, there's
and
reasons why
and the
he's-
final show, right? Of course, and
Yeah.
that's what makes him a good villain as opposed to Galbatorix. Is there are reasons that the show, and I mean, there's also the issue of runtime
Right.
with those two examples, but like the show took the time to outline why he waits until he does to do the things he does for the in-universe reasons.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of what makes a good villain is context. Like, why are they rising to the power? Right, like if they're rising to power, why are they being the villain in this time, place, situation? It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've thought a lot
So,
about this
like,
because
motive is
most-
your main
just-
thing.
yeah, motive
They
is a
gotta
huge
have a-
part of it. Like they gotta have a good motive, and they have to be like the kind of person that would be a villain as well. Like,
Yeah. No, I think my type of villain though that I like the best is just one that you don't expect,
and those
which
can be
is
good.
which is like I don't know, one that not really catch. I mean, it's the villain, but it's like if you were to, I don't know, I relate it to life in that way, in that aspect. You're not going to see a guy with a long black creepy robes that's out there. He's just a guy in a suit on the street,
Right.
and he's that type of villain.
Yeah,
I find a little more relatable.
Villains that hide right under your nose can be the best villain.
Yeah.
If you do it right, if you do the plot twist right.
I'm Vector.
Just kidding.
Like it's like in Uncharted 4, the guy you're working with in
Right.
the beginning of the game.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Double cross. Those are interesting too.
So every Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah. Every Indiana Jones movie.
Like,
Well, the second one kind of didn't have that situation.
Yeah.
yeah.
You kind of knew early on who the villain was,
Yeah.
but like the first, and I think the third and the fourth movie,
Yeah. They all get turned on usually.
it usually involves Harrison Ford having sex.
Not the fourth one.
Did he not? Did he not
the
bang someone in the fourth one?
No.
Okay.
He's old in the fourth
Yeah,
one.
he's
Yeah,
old.
that's fair.
Done with that. He survived a nuclear blast in a fridge. I mean, man, you're done after that. No, I'm just kidding.
I vaguely remember that scene. Like
Yeah.
that scene got memed for a
Oh
while.
yeah.
I like that. I vaguely remembered even seeing that in the movie.
Yeah, that's a funny scene. I think I don't know when that movie came out, I thought, oh my goodness, I am excited for this because it was a new Indiana Jones movie. However, the reason I think I liked it more was at the start of the movie was the soundtrack. They start in with Elvis Presley's Hound Dog, and I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be a good." And then you see his son ride in on a motorcycle, and there's just all these little things. It's like Shia LaBeouf. Okay, interesting casting choice. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. God. Anyway, yeah. So 4 was not liked by a lot of people, but that's just the way it. There's a lot wrong with the movie, but I think there were I picked out things that I liked about the movie. I liked the motorcycles. I liked the bar fight. I liked the huge ants that eat people.
those were cool.
That was awesome because those ants exist and they will wreck your garbage. Anyway, so they have Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Interesting movie.
Yeah.
Um,
But villains that show up with a twist. I'm trying to think of an example of that in recent movie.
a twist.
Who ended up being the twist villain in recent good movies?
Spider-Man: Homecoming. Well,
No.
I mean, he was the main villain.
We knew who he was. The twist
The
at the
twist
end was
was
his real
Yeah.
world identity. That was the weird thing.
Yeah,
We knew who he was at the very beginning.
but that's what I'm kind of thinking of is
It's just
if you seen him on the street, you wouldn't even know.
Right.
He's just a guy that works in an
Yeah, it
office.
could be just a. Yeah, it should be
So that was a kind of a fun twist.
chilling, doing their thing.
Take Grindelwald for example. He's trying to get his
Yeah,
dream out there.
right.
You know what I mean?
Actually, that's the perfect example of.
He's like, I have this dream. Follow me. Like you can achieve this dream as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, Grindelwald's an interesting character, and I'm glad they chose Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp does a
Yeah, Johnny Depp is playing him pretty well.
really good part as Grindelwald. So, oh wow, there goes our time. That went by really quickly. So, yeah, thank you all for listening in, watching.
Yeah, we've had a viewer for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's accidentally me or not.
I don't know. We'll find out. Thank you all for being here.
No, it's not.
Subscribe to the Game Raider group as well as this channel, the JH Show on YouTube. Check out our Twitter at the JH Show 1. You can find both of our Twitter handles there, at SpiderJLink and at JADHOD31. And
Check out the subreddit,
the subreddit. Yeah.
or the JH Show.
Are the JH Show.
Shoot us an email
Yeah.
at the JH Show podcast@gmail.com. Send us your questions. We'd love to answer stuff from our community.
Yep.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Be a lot of fun. So thank you all.
It would also be nice to know if we have a community.
Yeah. Apparently, we've got 40 listeners from different sources, so that's cool. But yeah, thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Oh, it's me. I forgot I was doing it.